Welcome to the YouTube channel of Anjamu Consulting. Anjamu Consulting Private Limited is a leading management consultancy company in India. Anjamu Consulting offers management, industrial, financial, commercial, and investment consultancy. Be Compliant is a series of short videos developed by Anjamu Consulting in association with our exclusive knowledge partner Classes Law. Through this video series, we will provide you an insight into the key developments and complex legal issues involved in various areas of statutory compliance. Be Compliant is our way of sharing our knowledge and experience. Our knowledge partner Classes Law is one of the leading full-service Indian law firms with offices in New Delhi and Mumbai. The firm's motto is to provide speedy services while upholding the law and following every regulation in the book. They are recognized as highly professional and process-driven, with the necessary systems and infrastructure to provide hassle-free services to clients. It has an established capability and operational ability to advise clients across borders through its vibrant network of international law firms located around the globe, including in some of the most difficult jurisdictions in the world. Today we are joined by Nitika Ahuja. She is a partner at Classes Law. Nitika is a dual qualified professional with 13 years experience in the legal and secretarial field. She leads the compliance and regulatory practice at the firm. Thank you for joining. My first question to you, Nitika, is what has been the trend of startups in India? Can you give us a brief background?
So Ashmi, while the Indian startup ecosystem evolved significantly in the past decade, its roots goes back to year 2000s, wherein some of the popular businesses today were experimenting different business models to sustain. There was lack of support organizations which led many entrepreneurs to exit the markets. With technological changes happening, businesses had to shift from traditional ways to interact with the customers to digital connectivity. The government was also actively promoting opening of bank accounts and expansion of digital payments to promote financial technology in India, especially in the time of demonetization. Further, all of technological advancements in fintech sector led the government to put the digital transformation at the center of its plans. In its effort to boost the businesses, the Indian government launched a Startup India program to foster innovation and entrepreneurship in country that would accelerate sustainable economic growth and generate large scale of employment opportunities.
Wow, that's quite interesting to know. So this brings me to my second question. What was the Startup Annual Action Plan launched by the Government of India and what were its key pillars?
The Startup Annual Action Plan that was launched comprised of a startup ecosystem covering all the related aspects for startups and spanned across three main areas: simplification and handholding, fund support and incentives, industry academia, partnerships and incubation. The key concept behind operationalizing its annual action plan, the Startup India, was built on three strategies: to facilitate a common platform to connect the entire startup ecosystem, which would help reducing information asymmetry, to provide benefits and other necessary support, and to engage regional entrepreneurs in transforming their ideas into business ventures.
Thank you for your answer. Now I come to my third question. What is meant by simplification and handholding in Startup India Annual Action Plan?
So simplification and handholding cover aspects related to simpler compliance regime for businesses, obtaining various registrations, interacting with the regulatory institutions or stakeholders, legal support and exit options. To explain it further, few actions that have been taken by the government is enabling self-certification under 6 labor and environmental laws so as to reduce the regulatory burden on startups. Then a Startup India Hub was created, serving as a single platform for engagement of various startup ecosystem stakeholders, exchange of knowledge, information, and promoting access to funding. A mobile app was also rolled out so that the budding entrepreneurs can take up learning and development programs and for query resolution. Just to continue, the government also provided resources to promote awareness and adoption of IPRs by startups and facilitate them in protecting and commercializing their IPRs. It has provided fast-track examination of patent applications and rebate in fees. Lastly, various amendments have been brought up by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, out of which one provides for fast-track resolution process for startups in case enterprises wishes to exit in times of difficulties.
Thank you so much, Nitika, for giving us a brief background of the trends of startups in India. We hope you can join us again soon and provide us with more information on this topic. Thank you to our audience for listening to us today. We will continue adding new video content, so do keep a lookout for our latest videos.